I'm going to fly my little Cessna 170B. See, do one other color. Fly the yellow one. Hope it's not a lemon. Oh. Yeah, we'll fly out of Tampa. And let's make it a little daylight there. Hey, it's Friday, but it's not 3 o'clock Friday. I got everything but the knobster, so I think I'm gonna start putting it together tonight.
Tampa Tower, November 78 Hotel Lima at runway 19er right, ready for departure, straight out departure.
November 7.
I thought I made it brighter than this, because this plane isn't very lit up. Okay, I got my headphones on in the plane, so won't hear as much engine noise and the hear the air traffic controller pretty well. It's a tail dragger. And the one thing I'm gonna have a little trouble with is getting the I'm gonna have to raise my monitor up and the trims looks good. Excuse me. I don't know whether I have my, I guess it's on. Let's see. The headset. Sound. Yeah. Headphone simulation on. Okay. Are there any dash lights? I forget. Nothing jumping out at me. So This plane might not have any lights at all. Yeah, a little bit there. Okay. I lost the, this is a stall warning buzzer. I guess that's good enough. And we got our flaps. They are up on one. It's got the it's down one. 10 degrees, I guess. And pull back on, let up on the brake. And pull back on the yoke until we get to a little airspeed, about 40, so I can control the nose, control the tail wheel. Let up on it now. Okay. And not the greatest, but it's okay. Put the flaps up. Don't have any gear to put up. It's fixed. Yeah, the one thing that I'm a little, well, it's just gonna probably cost me some money, more money. I've got this O is in Oscar, L is in Lima, E as in Echo, and D as in Delta. OLED monitor. And if you're not familiar with OLED monitors, they are beautiful, but they're heavy. I would say, I would venture to say they're probably 3/4, 75% heavier than the LED screens. And I believe it's because they have a big solid piece of glass over the front of them. I think I read that once. But the OLEDs, they have the each individual, they don't have a backlight, so each individual LED lights up. And so on a on a pitch black dark scene, you don't see any glow around the edges and stuff. It's pitch black. And the quality is really remarkable, I'm telling you. It's well worth the money. I got 2 of them. I have a 77-inch in my living room and the 65-inch on my desk. They're both LG's, Lima, George. And so when I put these smaller touch monitors on my yoke and throttle, it's going to block my view some. And I'm going to need to raise the screen up, I believe. I don't know how far yet. I'll have to get them on there and sit in my chair and figure out. It'd be nice if I could get something that's adjustable. But it's going to cost more money if it's wall mounted and adjustable. Probably a couple $100. Where if I could find something the right height that's sturdy to put the monitor on, just lift it up and set it on there like a railroad tie. To get it up in the air there. I don't know which one I took off on. Probably the left one. I'll go in on that one. It's flying nice and slow. I mean, feels like it. Says I'm doing 90. But nice and gentle. Surprised the tower hasn't expected me to do a touch and go. 19 Lima. Alright. I know I'm going kind of long. I want to try something a little different here. It's okay. It turned out alright. Get the hold back on the yoke. And then get my flaps down just to 10 degrees. Okay. Keep holding back on the yoke. Give it some throttle. And then let up as it gets to about 40. And I found I use the rudder and then you use the ailerons too on the tail draggers to help stay straight on the ground, taxiing or just taking off. Help keep the ailerons, help keep the wing level, and then also help straighten the plane out by putting some drag on that side of the plane and to help it, you know, kind of torque that the way you want to go. A little double advantage to doing it. Now I don't know how real this simulator is compared to the real thing, but I would say they're, you know, fairly close to the real plane's characteristics. And the plane that's actually easiest on the ground for a tail dragger is that Stearman. I could see why they would have trained pilots and stuff.
8 Hotel Lima, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Tampa Tower, November 78 Hotel Lima frequency change. Tampa approach November 78 Hotel Lima is type 2 miles southeast of Tampa, 2,500 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
November 78 Hotel Lima, Tampa approach. Squawk 0 tree 11.
Squawk 0 tree 118 Hotel Lima.
8 Hotel Lima radar contact 2 miles east of Tampa, 2,600 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace 8 Hotel Lima.
Oh, so the steerman. Yeah, it's the easiest tail dragger. It controls the easiest on the ground, and doesn't, really kick too much or torque, a lot on the ground. And if you put the brakes on, I've tried putting the brakes on, full, doing pretty good speed, and it doesn't nose over. Where like this plane here, this one would nose over if I slammed on the brakes. And that push down on the yoke a little bit when I put the flaps down, because it wants to climb, bellow up, or balloon up. What was I saying? Oh, even that new biplane that they make, YMK, it's a handful on the ground, and it will flip over, nose over, if you give it too much brakes. So will this one. It's like I'm in slow motion. This thing's flying so smooth. This one here, the stall warning, and it stalls pretty easily on the ground, or to the close to the ground. I see, like, I'm okay here, but as soon as I start getting to 60, a little below 60, and I let up on the power, the stall light comes on, and I better be close to the ground when it does, because it falls down like it just did. Okay, take off again. I'm holding back on the yoke still. And let up so it don't take off. And then you have to kind of give it more rudder. Yeah, more rudder. And some aileron to help keep it going straight. It's a nice climb out until I hit the...
Tampa approach November 78 Hotel Lima is type 1 mile southwest of Tampa, 200 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
November 78 Hotel Lima, Tampa approach. Squawk 7242.
Squawk 72428 Hotel Lima.
Now when... I know I don't like
8
the
Hotel
ball,
Lima
but
radar contact 1 mile southwest of Tampa, 700 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
when the ball is...
Maintain own navigation.
When the ball's to the left,
Cleared through the Bravo airspace 8 Hotel Lima.
you push the rudder pedal to the left, on the left. So like if I wanted to straighten, get the ball more center, you push the rudder pedal on the left. If the ball's to the right, then you push the right rudder pedal. I know you knew that, but I just thought I'd mention it. When I first started flying the simulator, for some reason I didn't comprehend that concept, and so I was confused which way I should push which rudder pedal I should push. And then finally it's like, oh, okay, well if it's left, you hit the left rudder. If it's to the right, you hit the right rudder. And the reason that I was confused about it is because of flying remote control. And I guess not quite understanding the slip or whatever. And doing knife edges, because see, when I'm doing a knife edge to the left like this, I want right rudder, because your rudder becomes your elevator. And I figured that if I was making a left turn and I give it left rudder, it's going to make the plane lose more altitude. And I would imagine it does. Where if I gave it, if I'm banking like this and I gave it right rudder, it would actually hold the altitude so better. That's why I had trouble with the concept at first. But I'm not doing a knife edge, so you're trying to keep the plane Boy, I'm way too high. This would be an overshoot shot. Unless I can force it down with a lot of flap. That's maximum flaps there. Yeah, we'll make it. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to give it a little here in a minute. You know, almost 900 hours on this simulator, and I just figured out, I stumbled upon it the other day. And it was the radio, the ILS. There were times that I'd take off. I'd do instrument, I would be doing an instrument flight, IFR, and I like using the localizer to land. Well, I don't know if I can do what I'm wanting to do, because here's what I'm talking about, two different things. I'm trying to keep the speed up enough to get close enough to the ground at this tail dragging attitude, so to speak. And, so it's as gentle as possible. And it's tough because these planes are putting the brakes on easy so I don't nose over. These planes, their degree of the attitude there is real close. It's real close to stall speed, the way they're designed, and or the way they sit. And so a lot of these you're supposed to do kind of a 3-touch landing with a 2 nose gear and the rear wheel sort of kind of touch at the same time. And you're basically not flying, it's going to be stalling when you're touching down. So it's more gentle and not squirrely. The plane that's newer, the YMK, that one they tell you you're supposed to land on the main gears and then set it down. But any rate, what I was going to say about the ILS picking up the localizer. I found that I just got the hiccup, sort of. Oh, gotta take the brake off. Let up on the rudder, the yoke. Yeah. Stalls easy, this one. Or the buzzer does, anyway. So I would have a lot of flights that it would...
Tampa approach November 78 Hotel Lima is type 1 miles west of Tampa, 200 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
It would be perfect.
November 78 Hotel Lima, Tampa approach. Squawk 245 tree.
Squawk 245 tree 8 Hotel Lima.
It would be perfect. Pick up and where I would usually... It seemed like it would pick...
Cleared through the Bravo airspace 8 Hotel Lima.
It must be on here. But many times I wouldn't pick up the vertical. I wouldn't pick up the vertical glide slope. And so I'd have to eventually decide that, hey, it's not going to work. You're going to have to force it down and land it by hand, which I guess wasn't bad because it got me landing some things that would usually be autopiloted down, like that DC-6 by hand. But the thing that I stumbled upon was you have to dial in the ILS frequency, and I don't know why, but I only have to dial in the ILS frequency that is on the
124.958 Hotel Lima. Tampa approach November 78 Hotel Lima, 2,300 feet.
On these smaller craft. Now the airliners, I think, well, I guess you do put the same ILS frequency in. So at any rate, this is the, they have a button on this My Little Nav Map. This thing is free, by the way. And they have the ILS. If you just put your mouse on it, it shows you the frequency. It's right here, 109, 109.10. And you have to dial that in to nav 1 and then it will pick it up, and by the time you get to the last waypoint, you need to be sure and turn approach on. There's a navigation, there's a nav button, heading button, approach button, altitude button, vertical speed button on the autopilot. So the approach one has more to do with the vertical has to do with the altitude. And so once you hit that last waypoint is where the vertical glide slope kicks in. And some planes have some, I've seen some that have like it auto selects approach for you, but then I've seen some that don't, and if you don't hit the approach button, it won't pick up that vertical ILS signal either. But it and also the height of the plane, the altitude, you have to be within, I say 2400 usually is what I set it for. I want to be around 2400 when I get to that glide slope ILS signal with the approach on. But at any rate, my main point is that I just realized when I stumbled upon that you have to have this ILS frequency number or it's not going to pick it up. That's why sometimes it wouldn't land right for me. And if you when you hit that last waypoint, as you're going past it, you'll see the glide slope. You'll feel it and you'll see it kick in, because the plane will actually start dropping a little bit, you know. And you'll notice as you're coming close to it, the diamond on the on your elevation ribbon, it will start going down from the top, and then when it hits the middle of the elevator, the altitude speed tape, when it hits the middle, that's right when it's going to pick it up, and then as it goes down a little more, that's when it drops. And you know it's going to work if you see that. But a lot of times I'd hit it, it wouldn't drop, and then the diamond keep going down, and I'm not going down, and it's because of that damn frequency. I didn't know that. Well, I gotta go to work now, so I'm gonna get off. I'll talk to you later. Bye.